About that time, archery season is here. I got my wife behind the camera and we are heading to New Mexico. If you haven't had a chance, we have a couple videos up from last year with Brian and Michelle down in New Mexico, and my turn. So I got lucky and drew a tag after seeing how awesome it was in there. Good morning. First day out. Got into camp late last night, so just getting our packs put together, and then got a little drive. We're gonna start hiking, and we're gonna hear an elk bugle before daylight cracks because we got Kyle here and he's gonna call us in an elk, and then we're gonna go put a hunt on it and bring Morgan along with the camera, and you guys will follow along. So here we go. We got the bit of a mess at camp, and so we're gonna clean up and get going here.
For sure it was a 6, really. It looked like I didn't see any cows, so I don't know. They could have already been out in front, but he was just kind of jogging away.
About 80 yards, 90 yards.
He was down and across. On the other side? Yeah, I could see him across.
Oh, okay.
Like mid-slope.
Alright guys, pretty slow this morning. Well, I say that, but Kyle saw a decent 6-point, booking it across the range from us, so must have heard us or seen us, so chased after that for a bit. Saw a really nice buck in here. It's a 4x3, still in velvet, but just had a little snack, a little rest. We're gonna keep hiking here. Might have some camera technical difficulties. We're having a tough time keeping the batteries charged. So we'll keep giving updates and trying to capture as much as we can, but might have to switch to the old iPhone here to take us the rest of the way if things heat up. So we're gonna keep after it. It's hot. We're ready to go.
Oh, what's up, guys? Just got my nice little carpet out here in the half tent, half insert. Cooking up some lasagna. We'll see how we do. Might have to get some top ramen in on this too. Long, slow day, so gotta treat myself to get the energy for tomorrow.
Trying a new area this morning, not too far from where we were yesterday. So hiked up in the dark. Obviously it's light now, so we're just gonna start making our way up this ridge system, and Kyle's gonna call down into some pockets. We'll see what we get. We did hear some elk bugling last night, so starting to get a little more active. It was at 90, then 70. And he went behind some trees, and I cut the distance to like 55, 60. Stopped right in the shade, or in the sun. He looks up, sees us, and heads up. He went down through the drainage and out.
I was wondering, as I started out going behind you guys, and I was trying to pull him up, but then he didn't seem like he was doing nothing. Then I went this way.
He started going that way. He kept looking, and he like turned to go leave. And he stopped, and he looked. Turned to go leave, and stopped, and he looked. It was like a pretty small 4.
This is 4.
I was gonna shoot him though. And he came within like 45.
I mean, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So when I said get down in the shade at first, and I turned around to walk up, as soon as I turned around, I looked and he was right there. I was like, oh no, that was my bad. If I would have just stayed with you guys, he probably would have came right in.
Oh, I think he was a lot closer than we realized.
Yeah.
When he responded, I thought he was coming down.
I thought he was down.
He was already here.
Well, that was worth it.
Yeah, good response. Yeah, good way to pick that bugle up. Yeah, he was a lot closer than we realized.
Downhill side just a little. Try and bring him down. Sounds like he's close to the bottom, right? Yeah. Get down there. I'll see if I can get him to wrap around this knob. Okay. But go to that little tree just past that down low. Okay. Stay low right now. Stay low.
Alright guys, we're closing out the night. We sat all day long in the sun. We're bouncing from shade to shade. And we were going to kind of write this area off. And Alex said, let's push down here, walk this drainage out. And probably one of our very last setups, we got a response. And then from there, it was just chaos, just straight chaos. I think we were at least four, probably 5 bulls, all responding, some responding to each other, some just going off on their own. We ended the night. I blew out a pretty good sized 6-point bull. He didn't want anything to do with this. He was moaning quite a bit, and I think I just got too aggressive. But we got about 2-mile hike to get out of here. We're gonna have a lot of up and downs.
Up again. We kind of doubled back to where we thought they might have been going, and sure enough, we were probably within 80 or so yards, and the bull was pushing all the cows up the hill, and we kind of went after him, and then decided to just grab a bunch of elevation. So now we're up on this rock outcropping, trying to pick them up again, but it's pretty hot, and we don't know where they went, so that's outgunning, but pretty cool seeing a big bull in here for sure. And he's got lots of cows with him, so it's a good sign.
Here we are. We're gearing up for the evening hunt. It is September 11th. Take a moment for all those folks on September 11th, 2001. But we're out here in New Mexico. We're basically starting the 4th quarter. We got about 2 more days after tonight. We made a pretty big move. Came to a spot that we thought looked good on the map. Saw some folks on the way in, so hopefully that's a good sign. But yeah, we got a little bit of a poke to get in here. It's a little bit thicker country. We're hoping that there's some bigger bulls and some cows up in this area. We've been finding solo bulls. We haven't found any besides the one this morning that was holding cows. So we're hoping that this area has that, and the bulls are a little more fired up. So we'll see.
so well tonight. So back at it tomorrow, give it another try. Kyle picked up a good 6, so we're starting to head down, chase after him, and maybe too aggressive, hard to say, but we picked him up again. He was at a dodge, so tough going, but we'll get after it again tomorrow.
We might be jumping back over that fence.
Alright, so we didn't capture much content last night, but we sat up on a pretty high vantage point and we glassed for quite a few hours and didn't turn anything up. Heard maybe a cow call at the end of the night, but woke up this morning, had a plan, and then elk started just bugling all around our camp. So got dressed in the dark as quietly as we could and just started chasing after them. So kind of ended up in a spot that we weren't intending today, but yeah, we've just been hiking, calling, trying to locate those bugling elk. So after hiking for a bit more, checking out a couple areas, doing some calling setups, it was a pretty slow last bit to this hunt. But like I had already mentioned, it was still successful in my books. Got out with some awesome people, my wife and Kyle, and saw some great elk and learned a bunch. So overall, it was a great hunt. The way that this season works, there's another one that kind of backs into it. So we definitely noticed a lot more activity on the roads in the morning, and a couple of the spots that didn't seem to have as much pressure earlier in the week definitely started to heat up a bit. So threw a couple things off, but that's hunting, not complaining at all. And hiked around a bit more and then waited till dark, got back to camp, broke things down, and made the long trip home. So great hunt. If you ever get a chance to hunt in New Mexico, you'll know how fortunate you are. It's a great state for elk hunting with some beautiful topography and some awesome elk. But that wraps up this hunt in New Mexico for 2024.